I'm bored. Is anybody else bored? Nothing is happening. I'm just looking at Alexa now and thinking, I don't remember the last time Amazon did anything of consequence. You remember their last kind of like, oh look, we're producing new products thing, and they released a worse Amazon Echo Show than the one that they'd done previously. So much better than the Echo Show 10. It's got Zigbee and Matter and Thread. The Echo Show 10 already has all that. Shut up. They released an Amazon Echo Dot Max, which is very confusingly titled, being as it is their Amazon Echo, not a dot, but it is kind of a dot, but they threw Max on the end for some reason. Shut up! Then he got in his spaceship, flew away, and obliterated Earth from a distance. But it's not just the physical aspect that's now garbage, and I could talk endlessly about how frustrated I am that they decided to remove the auxiliary jack from all of the Amazon Echo lineup, despite the fact it was the only thing that made them a good speaker in the first place, or the fact that their latest products are just cut-down versions of their previous products. I mean, innovate, for f***'s sake! Innovate, Jeff! Do some fucking innovation! Shut up! It's the simple fact that not only are those things true, but the software, for some reason, is getting worse.
Alexa.
Are you listening to me?
Alexa.
Joke's on you. I'm into that.
So in this week's video, we're not just going to look at the hardware and the software, we're going to do scientific tests to actually prove that these things are literally getting worse at servicing our requirements. Not only that, we're going to talk a little bit about privacy too, because if Amazon is as innocent when it comes to privacy as they make out, why do they look so guilty? They're worse than Sirius Black in Harry Potter. You don't understand! I'm an innocent man! I would never betray Lily and James Potter! They're my best friend! Post my mugshot? Okay. Yeah! I need to get back to Harry! He's in terrible danger!
Oh, that's not good, is it?
So 7 years ago, I was showing there seemed to be a decline in her ability to hear her own name, but then 2 years after that, Miriam Boy's name at Amazon was starting to bang on about another Amazon Echo speaker with a brand new super fast chip. And I was like, hang on a minute, is it faster?
Imagine asking Alexa to turn on the light, and there's a slight delay in the light coming on. That would make customers really impatient.
Turn Nisha's retro desk lamp on.
Our team worked really hard to shave off hundreds of milliseconds from Alexa's response time.
Alexa.
What time is it?
It's 2:05 p.m.
Go. That was perfect. Okay, the old Echo's faster. Oh, looky, much faster. Yep, cancel. So that begs the question, is the Echo Dot Max actually any faster, or is it in fact slower than the Echo 4th generation? Let's go find out at the desk at the back of the room. So I'm going to plug all of these devices in simultaneously using the one power supply that connects them all and see which one wins the race. Okay, the race is on. So the screen-based version is the quickest of the three. Looks like it's ready to do some stuff. Let's see who comes next.
That's what she said.
Oh, Oh, so close. That one was just ahead of that one. I don't believe how close that was. I could see it with the naked eye. I could see which one won. It was the old one.
Alexa.
Utter trash. It should not be winning after all these years.
Alexa.
What's the weather like?
Right now in Woodville, it's 18 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun.
The results are all over the place. The Echo Show boots up faster than all of them. The Echo Dot Max boots up a split second faster than the 4th generation, which means there's not really any improvement there. The Echo 4th generation actually engages with you a split second faster than the Echo Dot Max, so things have definitely got worse in that regard. But when it comes to answering a question, it's actually the Echo Dot Max that wins, the Echo 4th generation a less than a millisecond later, I'd say, and the Echo Show a little bit after that. So the Echo Show is actually one of the worst performers of all of the Echo speakers, including the previous generation, and the Echo Dot Max hasn't really improved anything at all. It's almost exactly the same as it always was. The key difference is, I don't think it ever hears me when I say its flipping name. The old version was way better. It has definitely got worse. I could say her name so many times now and her not hear me. If the microwave is running downstairs, she just sits there with a little blue light on. Doesn't tell me that she's got no internet access. She just sits there going, huh? What? Huh? What?
Alexa.
Play music.
Alexa.
Play music. Play music.
Alexa.
Play music. Play music. Play music! Just say you've got no internet access! Have you got no internet access because I'm running the microwave? Just say that! Don't sit pretending to listen, because I'm going to repeat myself over and over and over again until my little child is looking at me like I'm a psychopath! Daddy, take your Prozac. This isn't the first time I've seen their software get worse. It's on a trajectory that's just going down all the time. She can't hear me properly, hardly ever. She still answers my questions based on an Alexa forum where people are just like, oh, I know the answer. That's not how research works. And where in the actual is Alexa Plus? When are we gonna get it? I've been waiting now for at least a year, and I've heard it's absolute garbage, and I know it's absolute garbage, but I want to prove that to people.
You seem tense, Chris. How about I book you a massage and a cinnamon scrub?
Oh, you can do that?
No. It's marketing bollocks, Chris, you stupid, sexy bastard. I want to prove to people it's absolute garbage. I can't do that if you only release it in America. Doll hairs! And now, a word from our sponsor, UGREEN. Are you capable of pushing some hard drives into a box until they go click, followed by pressing a power button? Then you're capable of setting up your very own NAS in minutes. You're not capable of that? Well, that's because you're a troglodyte, Reginald! Simply plug in your hard drives, open an app on your mobile phone telephone device or computer, and you'll have access to up to 144 terabytes of storage in no time. If you're looking to stop paying subscription fees to those dastardly fellows at Google, then this NAS can download all of your existing photos from Google and automatically back up any new photos from you and your family's mobile telephone devices. But what's this? The UGOS Pro operating system is just as easy to use as Google Photos. And thanks to their AI recognition algorithms, you can search your photos using local AI for everything from people, text, pets, objects, and even auto-recognize potentially sensitive content. What does that mean? Filth! Filth! But wait, there's more! You can install Home Assistant with just a few clicks. Wait. Is that real? Really? Yes, I've just checked. Stop the advert. This is genuine for a second. So I've just installed Home Assistant in about 3 clicks. It's the Docker containered version, which means it's very marginally cut down. Most people wouldn't even notice. But even if you wanted the whole hog Home Assistant, you just have to do a bit more effort and install it on a VMware solution. This thing is powerful enough to run Home Assistant like lightning, like way more powerful than Home Assistant needs. Who is that? Oh no, we did this last week. We're not doing this again. Surely we're not doing this again. Right! We're doing this again, are we? Brilliant. I'm too old for this, you know that, don't you? With 144 terabytes of maximum storage, a 6-core, 8-thread Intel i3 processor, and 8 gigabits of memory that can be expanded up to 96 gigabits of memory, this is a desktop-level performance from a tiny little box. Click the link in the description now to get your hands on a UGREEN NAS DXP 4800 Pro. And now, back to our main feature. So in answer to the question, why has Alexa got worse at hearing me, or in fact, has Alexa got worse at hearing her own name over the last however many years, the answer is, I think so. And I think I know the answer why. The answer is money. It's always money.
Corporate greed, Mr. Bezos! Corporate greed!
Because it can only be 2 reasons. It can only either be they've cut back on the hardware with each iteration so that the microphones in there are worse or cheaper, or they've cut back on the software/firmware and given less attention to making sure she actually hears her name right first time all of the time now that she has so many users. You would think more users would mean a greater database of people to work from and an easier time hearing her name, but that is definitely 100% not the case. At least it isn't if it's not the hardware at fault. It's worse than ever now with that thing at the back of this room. That is probably one of the most expensive Amazon Echoes you can buy today that isn't the one with the spinny exorcist head, and it just doesn't hear me if I'm not facing directly at it going, Alexa, cancel. That was doing a posh voice. I was trying to, you have to enunciate if you want to get her to hear. That was what I was driving at. The mustache. They came in a pack of 40 and I want to write them off as tax. That thing at the back of this room is definitely worse than any other Echo I've tried, which suggests the mic placement is either badly thought through or the microphones are cheaper and not as good. And speaking of physical hardware getting worse, I've said this to you guys already, but it bears mention saying again, they've taken away the physical slider over the camera on the latest Echo shows. Why? Why not? Because it would ruin the bezel. Why would you do that? It's the only thing that makes people feel they're not actually watching me. They're not actually watching me. They probably are watching me.
He's floating in space, wants to know what they do, because Alexa is watching you poo.
They probably are now because you took away the slider. I can see the camera 24 hours a day. What? Why do you need it? Why do you need to see my house 24 hours a day? That's weird. And I'm the least interested in privacy of any human being on Earth, but I think that's weird. Even I think that's weird, which means it's really weird. And I think the sad situation is this. Amazon released these things originally thinking if we have a little microphone in every room of everybody's house and people want to order something, they'll order it over that thing. They'll just talk to it and we'll order it. The only problem with that is we can't bloody trust you, can we? You've got all this technology at your disposal and you've just put it into being an arsehole. Why are you sending your wife into space with Katy Perry? What was the point of that?
Taking up space!
You certainly are taking up space. Well, let me tell you where to put your money, Jeff. And before you tell me, Jeff's not in charge anymore, Jeff's not in charge anymore, Jeff's not in charge anymore, those sycophants in my comments section. She's the flipping chairman of the company! What more power and authority could a person have? So let me tell you how to put your money, Jeff. Let me tell you how to put your money into actually figuring out an algorithm that knows whether reviews are fake or not. And then, when I want to order on my speaker, I'll be able to trust that she's made the right decision. That it didn't need me to oversee that decision and look through the reviews and go fake, fake, fake. Oh, hang on, that one's got an actual photo in somebody's living room and it looks real. I can actually trust that one. How hard would that be? You've got AI through the wazoo, right? I mean, we've all seen it with Alexa Plus. You've shown how good that is. Do something. All this time dicking around putting AI into people's homes, and not once have you thought, you know what, we should have AI moderating our reviews and making sure they're not filled with nonsense. We only can't trust that because we know we're going to have to open the app up, just check, is that the right product? I can't let her make that decision for me because I'm not a complete and total moron. And so what's happened is, because they sunk so much money into the Amazon Alexa of the yesteryear, and everybody bought one because they were like 20 quid a pop, and Amazon lost so much money on the project, and later on found that nobody was using them to order things, they've kind of gone, is it worth spending any more money on that? Yes, you need to finish the job you started and make it so we can actually trust it. I want to do that. I want to be able to speak to my speaker to order things over the internet. I don't want to have to keep getting my phone out of my pocket every time I need bog roll, but I know if I order bog roll using her, something else is going to show up. Speaking of privacy and hardware and software being a load of old garbage, Jeff did once upon a time say, and I've been waiting for it for a great many years, that everything would eventually work locally. We've now had Matter, we've got Thread built into these things, and you know what? Even if you connect a Thread device directly to your Amazon Echo, so it's not utilizing the cloud, and then the internet goes down, you still can't control that device using her. Because she still needs to talk to the cloud to hear those things so that she knows what she's doing, and that's stupid! Why can't she have some very basic command sets that are lights on, lights off, radiators on, radiators off, blinds open, blinds closed, so that if the internet goes down, I can still talk to her and get a thing to happen? It was promised to us literally about 8 years ago. Jeff was like, yes, that's coming. It didn't come. It didn't come, Jeff. Neither did your wife. That's what I heard. Unless Commander Data's doing it. Commander Mark Zucker Data. That was a bad joke. Boobs. He looks like an android. It doesn't work without the internet. She's getting deafer by the day. The software is garbage. The products are slowly declining in quality and functionality. And privacy is being eroded for literally no reason. To save on plastic? Maybe? Did they not want the little plastic shutter because they thought it'd be cheaper? I don't understand. I'm just tired of not living in the future. I don't want to go to space. I just want to live like I'm in a spaceship. In my house. I want to live in a spaceship in my house. I get to do it here, that's fine, but I want to live like that in my house, where I'm talking to a computer, and the computer understands me every time, and it hears me every time, and it understands its name in context, so that it doesn't keep answering whenever I say something that sounds a bit like a schmaxer. And I just want to be able to order toilet paper and know that good toilet paper is going to appear. I want to be able to plan a holiday like they pretended in their stupid advert. I want a speaker that works with everything in my house. I want a watch that I can talk to. I want speakers in my ceiling that I can talk to. I want the full shebang, and I've told him right from the beginning, I will buy it all from you, Jeff, if you just do it right. But instead, I got this thing that's looking at my balls. I know it's looking at my balls, I've caught it looking. I'm trying to find a silver lining, but I think the general public is kind of bored of the whole smart home thing because it didn't really happen. It never really got past that phase of asking it to play fart sounds, and I'm just pissed off about the whole thing at this point. I don't know why today, I guess because I think it's this morning I was trying to get her attention and she wouldn't listen, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get in front of a camera and you're gonna regret not listening to me today, bitch. Take your Prozac. AI my ass. AI right up my ass. Anybody got Alexa Plus and think that's great? I have seen 1 or 2 comments from people saying, you know what, works for me. I'm having great fun with it. If you're making her play fart sounds, you probably are. Maybe you're getting different fart sounds from me because you've got Alexa Plus. That sounds great fun. Let me know in the comments what you're using it for, if you're using it, and if it is working the way you expected, because everyone I've heard from so far has said, oh, you know what, 9 times out of 10 it's better than the original one. But you know, there's that sort of one time it doesn't turn the lights off. That's too many times. That's too many times. I'd rather just use the original if that's the way it's going to be. I can't imagine 1 time out of every 10 it failing, and that's what people are telling me it does, because it doesn't understand or it does the wrong thing. If it switches the lights on in my baby's room instead of the light I asked for and wakes the baby up, it will have never been worth it. If it happens 1 time, it will never have been worth it because of my wife. I'm going to go order a bunch of Home Assistant speakers. And at some point, when there's a gap in my schedule for doing YouTube videos, I'm going to go stick them all around this house and see if I can actually replace Amazon Alexa entirely for all the things my wife is interested in. And if I can, I'm going to bloody well do it. And I'm going to make a video about it. So hit that subscribe button if you're interested in seeing that. Or in fact, if you're interested in just seeing me get mad about things every now and again and put on silly wigs and be a different person. Because that's a thing that I do. These are my patrons from Patreon, without whom I wouldn't be able to make this video. If you want to be like those incredible people, or in fact, my latest patrons, Oko, Cinco, and Sam, guys, thank you so much. You can come and do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my Threads and my Instagrams and my TikToks. Come and hang out there, it can be best friends. See you next time.